So Darren and I are huge Marvel fans.
Yes.
Marvel has 538 movies?
539 now if you count. Yeah.
So we like long-running stories.
Yes.
So we were surprised when one happened on our show. We had a story that just kept coming back.
It did.
So I had to get a colonoscopy.
Mm-hmm.
And typically you go, you get that taken care of, you get the results, and you go on with your life.
Bob's your uncle. Yeah.
Somehow this thing popped up 3 times on the podcast. And here, for your listening pleasure, is the entire colonoscopy
trilogy.
Okay, so this Thursday, I'm having a colonoscopy.
Uh-huh.
You know what that is.
I do. I've had one.
Yeah, that is an extreme selfie, basically. Okay.
No, it's not, because if you were doing it to yourself,
That's
then
true.
that
That's
would be
true.
extreme.
That's true. So I've been through a couple of these.
Okay.
I've got it all planned out. I'm excited about the weight I'm going to lose tomorrow when I'm not allowed to eat anything after breakfast.
Yeah, tomorrow's the cleanse.
I've already told everyone that I know that I'm going to be an asshole tomorrow. Okay.
Yep.
And I'm going to be even worse the next day. And then so I got a call from them with the information that I need. So I've already got my little kit. By the way, the first one that I had a liquid that I had to drink that tasted like Pine Sol, which that wasn't the worst part. The worst part was that it was oily. And that took me an ungodly amount of time to get down because it just drove me nuts.
Yeah.
So this now is tablets that I put in water and I drink them. I don't know what it's like different each time. I wish they would just land on something.
Right.
So I have to do all these things.
Mm-hmm.
I have to have someone drive me there.
Yeah.
Remain there.
Yeah, you have to.
And then take me home.
Right.
I think it's bull.
Well, no, you're going to be coming off of
sedation. Or whatever the hell they call that.
Yeah.
Because if you're unsedated, you wouldn't let someone jam a iPhone up your ass.
Right, like the moose.
Right.
Right.
Boy, if we had sedated that thing, we would have gotten away.
That would have been a party.
A lot fewer fines.
Right.
The problem is that we have children at home and we can't leave them alone.
Mm-hmm.
Both my wife and I can't go do this. So I was going to call them to say, can she drop me off and then come pick me up?
They won't let you do that.
They won't let me do that. Why won't they let me do that? Why won't they let me get an Uber? Why can't I get an Uber and just put a towel down?
Because
why not?
Put a towel down.
What's wrong with that?
There's not going to be anything to... There's no need to put a towel.
Oh, you're
going to be completely cleaned out, my friend. It's going to be like a whistle. Yeah.
But I mean, I had everything ready to go. I was even ready to. I've got all my jokes lined up for the farting room because you lay in there and you fart for a while.
Right.
I mean, there's a few that involve me yelling out "turlet." There's a few me saying, "What'd you say?" I got all kinds of those, kinds of dad jokes lined up for the farting.
So you're gonna say, "What did you say?"
Yeah.
And that's a colonoscopy joke.
I'm gonna lay in there. What? What'd you say?
Did somebody step on a duck? You got that one written down?
Duck, elephant.
Okay.
There's a baby elephant. That's a California barking spider. That's one.
California barking spider.
Yeah, you got to watch out for them. Is there a monkey loose in here? I got tons of them.
Yeah. Okay.
Did you see that? Oh, because you're in there. You're usually in there with a couple of people. Like where I've been, and you're.
Where are you getting your colonoscopy?
It's a weird place.
I was in a room by myself when I was done.
I was on a gurney. Is that what it is? A gurney, a table, a bed.
Yeah.
I don't know what I was.
With
and
wheels.
there's like sheets in between. There's like 3 or 4 of us in there, and we were separated by sheets. And Bess was sitting in there while I was farting, and I could not stop laughing. And the harder I laughed, the louder I farted. It ended up sounding like a trombone at one point. So I've got all these comments for everyone else's enjoyment in there.
Oh, they're going to love this.
Did you see how the sheets flew off of me? Put that back on. Oh, that looks important. Put that back in. All kinds of things. Ready to go.
Yeah.
But now I have to worry about this thing, like how I'm going to get there and how I'm going to get back.
Right.
I'm just saying, this is America.
Mm-hmm.
I have health insurance.
Right.
I'm paying you people, and the insurance company is paying you people to shove an iPhone up my keister, take some pictures, come back, tell me what you found, bring back any jewelry or gold or anything left up there, and then let me go home my own way. Why can't I could just walk home from the place?
No, you
I
can't.
might get lost.
You can't walk home, Mike. They can't.
I just don't see why I can't get an Uber.
You have to have somebody there because the
Uber.
Uber is unreliable. What if you got the Uber that we got in Cleveland and you waited, and then they just left?
I wouldn't be halfway home from a colonoscopy talking about road construction and end up in...
I'm not talking about
Dayton.
that Uber guy, the first Uber guy, the one that ditched us.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the one that
Yeah.
bailed.
I can't just hitch a ride.
You're not, yeah. Okay.
Anyway, so now we got to do so. We got to find something to do. We've got to like drop our kid off with another parent, which means we have to talk to people now, do a favor.
Yeah.
So then what do we have to do next for them? That whenever they have a colonoscopy, that we have to have their kid come up. It's like this weird thing. I don't want, and I don't want to tell people that's why we need to have, here, take my kid because I'm going to go have a colonoscopy.
Right.
It's private. I just think there's better ways for the doctor to handle this.
Okay.
I'm just all I'm saying.
Yeah.
I think I'm opening myself, literally opening myself up to a lot here. I'm putting a lot forward. I'm allowing this to happen to my ass. I'm going along with all their requirements. I'm not eating for an entire day. You know how hard it is for me to not eat for an entire day? It's probably almost as hard as it is for you to not eat for a whole day.
I was hangry.
Yeah.
I was moody.
So on top of all that, you're going to force this on me. It's just, I don't know.
Yeah.
I just wanted to rant. That's it. I know I have to do it. I know I'll find a way. I know this is a first world problem. I know there's people dying of dysentery next to the Amazon
You said you've had one
River.
of these before, right?
I've had two.
Okay.
Yeah.
Usually you don't have your first one until you're 50. Why have you had two
I had
previously?
an issue.
Okay.
Yeah, and they had to go in there and they had to do some work.
Because you're a pain in the ass.
They had to scope around, and then after you have one, you're locked in. That's it.
You're addicted.
It's like
you're addicted to colonoscopies.
It's like the first time you pee at a bar. That's it. You're peeing every 20, 30 seconds.
God, I used to date a girl. She says, well, I broke the seal. Oh, and I went, ugh.
That's just...
Every time she was with me at the bar, she's like, well, time to go break the seal.
Oh, God, I would have, at the instant she went in there to deal with the seal, I would have been out the door.
She's an ex-girlfriend.
Okay.
For a reason, okay? I don't know if she had her colonoscopy or colonoscopy.
Either one of those. Colonoscopy is...
Whatever.
That's what they're called in Russia.
That's that system you have that helps with viruses on your computer.
Indeed, yes.
Boy, there's a long way to go for that damn stupid joke. God, you can edit that out. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Previously on Irritable Dad Syndrome.
I want to be able to drive myself to my colonoscopy. I'll get into that.
Well, you're not allowed to do that.
This is America.
Okay.
If I want to go right now and drive myself somewhere and have someone shove something in my ass, who's going to stop me?
They won't do it unless you have someone waiting there to take you home.
Well, someone to take me home, I can have Bess pick me up.
No, they won't do it unless there's somebody there.
Waiting in the waiting room the entire time I'm being violated.
Yeah.
Bess has to come home and put Charlie in the bus.
Then
so my kid has to miss a day of school because I'm
going to have to take you. Which is going to add a whole new level to our friendship.
No, I don't know that. Because let's break that down at the most.
Seriously, what's going to be better for the podcast than Darren takes Mike to his colonoscopy?
Are you serious?
I'll take you.
This is Thursday morning.
This Thursday?
This Thursday.
What time?
I got to be there at 6:45.
I can't do that.
See.
So you have to be at the hospital at 6:30?
6:45.
6:45. Where? Which hospital?
I think it's Mercy. I don't know. The address looked weird. I think they put me somewhere else. It's a back alley.
In a van.
It's behind the dumpster, behind the third dumpster on the right.
Oh, you're going to Keith's Discount Colonoscopy.
Yeah,
okay, yeah.
Now back to the show.
I had a colonoscopy.
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah. So
what did they find? Your head? But
I still don't have the results. They were supposed to call, or I'm supposed to call them like 2 weeks later, and I keep calling and they're not there. I get voicemail saying, "Hey, well, we'll call you back. It's not a big rush, not a big hurry."
Where did you have it? Like behind a
Joe's Colonoscopy Emporium.
Joe's Discount Colonoscopy, yeah.
I was complaining that I wasn't able to drive myself, so Bess, and Charlie ended up going. Charlie, he was in the waiting room. Turns out colonoscopies don't take that long. Once they get you jacked up on the drugs, they in there, wham, bam, thank you, sir, and that's it. I was out completely. So the last one I had, the last one I had, I was awake. When I saw the camera, I saw it was like a really, really odd version of 2001: Space Odyssey.
It was like
my
the
ass
old,
looming.
Remember that old intro to Doctor Who?
Yeah.
Well,
yeah,
listen.
I was in there by myself. I didn't get to use any of my jokes. Because the last episode I was talking about all the fun dad jokes I had. The California barking spider, step on a baby elephant.
Yeah.
All that looked important, put that back. All that stuff. Charlie was not allowed to go back there, and Bess couldn't leave him alone. So I was just in the recovery room all those dad jokes just wasted. I guess I could have taken advantage of that and just said them anyway.
Could you just ring for the nurse? Have her come in and then tell her, and then when she goes away, just ring her again.
So we did what we normally do, which leads me into the next story. Is
hold on a second.
Yeah. Oh, you have questions. You want me to expound?
No. We got a message from a listener.
Oh,
our old fan Jim Timmerman wrote. He said, "Dear Irritable Dad Syndrome, oh my God, the next time you or Mike need a ride for a colonoscopy, please." Put it up as a purchase on the website. I bet there are fans of the show that would pay to take him.
I don't know if I want someone who would buy taking me to get my ass checked. Oh yeah, that would be good. Raffle off taking me to a colonoscopy.
Right.
There's two of us.
Or me, yeah. Or take us both. Exactly. Next time let's both have colonoscopies together. We'll live stream it on the podcast.
I think we should do that.
Podcast Anoscopy Palooza. Wait a minute.
So they tell you at the end, you can eat, try to do something light, get your system back used to it. Don't do anything greasy, but as long as you can handle it, you can eat pretty much whatever you want.
Right.
And so we went to the original Pancake House, and the first thing that hit my stomach was a couple of pounds of bacon. I figured if we're gonna get back into this thing, let's get back into it right. So I had an iPhone shoved up my ass. Let's rewind. Let's rewind.
It wasn't an iPhone.
I had a colonoscopy.
Mm-hmm.
I did not expect to talk about this over 3 episodes,
right.
But here we are.
Right, because see, when I had my colonoscopy, I had the results within a couple of days. They seem to have sent yours off to Guam or Afghanistan or Cuba or something.
So they told me when I was coming out of my daze, my fugue state.
My fugue
state. They told me that they would call me, or for me to call, that I should call them in 2 to 3 weeks for the results. Well, this is 2 to 3 weeks before Christmas. No, ain't nobody wants to talk about their butt on Christmas.
No.
Okay, so I waited about a week after, and then I figured I'll give them a call. Okay. After New Year's and everything, I'll give everybody a chance to get over their hangover.
Yeah.
And no, they didn't. I'm in. Thank you for calling. We're blah 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 blah. We can call you back in 55 minutes. Okay. So I did that. I can't just sit, at work. I can't just sit for an hour by the phone waiting for them to call. I got to go do things. Of course, I come back and there's a voicemail.
Yeah.
That sorry we missed your call, or we missed talking to you.
Right.
We have your results. Just give us a call back. No big hurry. I thought that was a good sign.
Yeah.
I think when you have something, they want to talk to you immediately.
Mike, we need you to call back within 10 minutes.
So I called back. Of course, they wouldn't, thank you for calling. We're having high call volume. Press 1 if you would like a call back in 73 minutes. So said no. This goes on for about a week, week and a half, for a long time. It was just a few days ago that I actually got the result.
You were on hold for a week and a half.
No.
That would have been better.
From the time that I could actually get a human being on the phone. And I get them on the phone. Okay. And they, what's your name? I give them my name. Booba. Date of birth. Okay, let's see here. All right. Result. And I hear her clicking. Okay.
Yeah.
And results. And I'm going to recreate exactly what she said to me. Okay, let's see here. Your name, your date of birth, and results. Oh, this is not good.
What?
and pause.
What?
Meanwhile, I'm having a minor heart attack, and I believe I said, and she says, oh, this is not good. And I'm like, what's not good?
What is not good?
She's like, oh my gosh. And then I hear, like she's talking to somebody else, and she comes back. She's like, I'm so sorry. And okay, at this point, I'm standing. I'm pacing now in my office.
Yeah.
Like, just tell me, what is it? Do I need to come in?
Right.
She's like, no, it's coming. She's like, I was like, do I have cancer? What happened?
Right.
She's like, oh, no.
Jesus.
She says it's just not coming up in the system. I was like, oh my God.
Are you
I'm
kidding
sorry.
me?
I'm not kidding you. And I was, usually I try to be nice when people, but I was like, okay, so you're just saying it's not good because you just can't get it to come up on the computer.
Right.
She's like, yeah. Oh no, here it is. Everything's fine. You're good. You're fine. And then she goes, and to her credit, she goes, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Just, okay.
Okay. One, don't do that again.
Yeah.
And two, don't do that again.
So I think there should be training. Okay.
Yeah.
Don't they train like 911 operators?
They train literally everybody.
There's certain things you don't do. Like if you're answering the phone for 911, you don't want to have a big old chunk of pizza hanging out of your mouth. Like, oh, what's going on? You want to be attentive. You want to get the information that you need.
Right.
You want to not hang up on them because you're bored with the conversation. If you're the only people calling a colonoscopy place are people making an appointment to get a colonoscopy or calling to see if they're going to die in a few days or not, right? Or a few weeks.
Yeah.
That's it. So in neither one of those cases do people want to hear, oh, that's not good. The moral of that story is that if you are in any way responsible for giving bad news to people, don't start your sentence with, this is not good. Don't do that. Hey, I'm Mike.
And I'm Darren. I hear a lot of people say that they just can't get into podcasts.
And that's why we created Irritable Dad Syndrome.
Yeah, on this podcast, we never go political. We don't discuss controversial issues or tell people how to think.
We're just a couple of guys who talk about all the fun, wacky, and sometimes annoying people we run into on a weekly basis.
So check us out. You'll be glad you did.
Irritable Dad Syndrome, the podcast for people who just can't get into podcasts. Available everywhere.
Irritable Dad Syndrome.
Holy shit, we got that on the first try.
I think that was pretty good.